Did you know that you can use Gemini gems in Workspace applications, specifically docs, slides, and sheets? If not, let me show you. So if you go to gemini.google.com, you get here. This is just the Gemini app. And Gemini is their generative AI tool. It's like ChatGPT or Claude, etc. Tons of videos about that if you don't know what Gemini is. But gems are basically specialized versions of Gemini where instead of just having the broad scope, you can do kind of anything with Gemini. You can just narrow everything down to, I just want you to code. I just want you to write. I just want you to counterpoint whatever point I made, whatever it is. So if you expand the left menu and then you have gems right here, and then you have some pre-made gems, and then you have the gems that you make. And then this is the gem that I actually made just to demo this, as it's named, Workspace Demo Gem. And you can come into your gem, you can name it something and put a description that's really for future you or other people who see it, and then give it whatever custom instructions you want and select whatever tool you want and put up whatever knowledge base you want. Again, gems are a whole different topic and we have multiple videos about that. But just to, the 1-minute version of Gemini and what gems are. So now if you have gems created, or even the default ones in there, and then you go into, this is just a Google Doc. So you can either go to docs.google.com, you can go from Google Drive and click on New. Multiple ways to get into here, but this is just a doc. There's not even anything in here. And the interesting thing is if you come over here and there's this little Gemini icon in the upper right and it says Ask Gemini, you click on that and I have alpha features turned on, so yours might not look exactly like this. So it might just say Gemini, you won't have the alpha. So you can ignore that if you don't see it. But then this more options little hamburger menu on the left, if you click on that, one of the options under here is gems. And this is hidden away pretty nicely. So you have to know this is in here. But expand that menu and the gems, and then this is that Workspace demo gem that I just showed you in there. But then writing editor is one of the default ones, and then I can click to view all of them. And then these are the pre-made ones that you just saw in Gemini. And then this is the one that I made. So now I don't really have very interesting instructions in there, but if you think of the possibilities in here, it's like if you can use docs for so many different things, but it's like if you use it for project management or whatever kind of thing, you can make a gem that has some kind of relevant thing. It's like, hey, you review this document from the perspective of the main stakeholder whose concerns are maximizing revenue, whatever it is. It's just like you can now have a custom gem that follows out custom instructions for this document. So it's like if I select that and then I have the instructions already set in there, now I can just ask that, in this case, that stakeholder, whatever thing to analyze it or do whatever things I can do in here. The only tool right now is create images. They'll probably expand that. And then I can pull from different sources, and whether it's from Drive or within this document. But this is a gem that's in here. And if I want to use a different gem, I can turn on the brainstormer. And then this has some default things and 5 creative icebreakers and 10 ways to do the thing and etc. So that's docs. And then if I go into sheets, this is just a random sheet that I had. I think this was from a Notebook LM video, and then it's just random output. So again, ignore the content in here, but again, click on the little Gemini icon up here and click on the hamburger menu, and here are my gems. Again, Workspace demo gem. That's the same gem that I had before. And this is a little different because it will reference the tabs there. So it's like I have table 1 and source references, which are the same titles for the sheets down here. But then again, the tool is just Nano Banana to create images, but it's the same thing. And if I view all gems, it's the same gems. Let's get out of that. And then this is a sheet. And again, this is from a different video, and I was trying to get it to make infographics of how to make toast. But go up to the upper right, same icon, same hamburger menu, and then Workspace demo gem, and view all gems. So just coming back to Gemini. So now, and I mean, just think of the different possibilities in here. And I mean, you're going to know your use cases way better than I will. But just to, if you want to see specific use cases, let me know. And then I'll kind of think some up and kind of work through them. But if you, quick recap, gemini.google.com. You get to the Gemini app, and then if you expand the left menu, you can look at the gems that are already in here, and then you can take any of these and like take some of these and make a copy and then change the instructions. Or you can just click on new gem and then make your own and then put in whatever instructions you want. Again, you name it something, you don't have to give it a description, and then you can put in, this instruction thing is way too small, but oh well. Like I just put in stakeholder, random like placeholder instructions in here. And this was like, you're a stakeholder in project, whatever. And evaluate the information, respond with an appropriate tone, maximize profits, quality control, save time, get to market first, etc. But just, that's the kind of instruction you can put in there. It's like you can set this up to be, you know, the CEO or the whatever main stakeholder for your project, or your team lead or your tech lead or your someone else, and then set this up to only care about making money or quality control or something else, and then create multiple gems in here and then just go through them one at a time. But set up your instructions, and then if you have knowledge information you want to put in there for it to reference. So again, if it's a project manager thing, you can put in different project documents, put in on your charter if that really matters, or your project management plan, or your communication plan, or your risk management plan, or whatever things might be relevant to the document that you're in. And then set up your gem or gems. And then again, I won't go through all three of them again because it's all in the same place, but go into either your doc, your sheet, or your slide. And then in the upper right, click on the Ask Gemini, and then click on the more options, and then your gems are right here. So you can now use that gem, or if you made more than one, then they'll all show up here. One thing to note, if you have, in this case, docs open while you create the gem, you have to actually close docs and reopen it for it to register. But otherwise, your gems will show up here, and you can now use that specialized version of Gemini for your specific document. There are a lot of possibilities, way more than I'm going to cover in a 5-minute video. But try that out and let us know if you have any questions, and we'll see you next time.